believe that is colonization done. Right, so I've got those two places to figure out what I want to place on there. I've actually got a new constructor ship which I'm going to bring down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I pick up the Illyrium at the same time. There's a capsule there, so that's actually on the right one. So let's pick that up. Brilliant, it's got a 25% boost. That's exactly what I wanted. There's space junk there. Okay. Fog there. What's that? That's the Precursor anomaly. Which maybe I should go and try and grab now. That's actually 27, so I think it did get a boost from my Precursor world over there. I think it was supposed to be about 25 before the boost. Oh, there's an artifact there. I want to hold off from getting that though, because I want large hulls beyond this one. Space junk, space junk. I'm actually out of movement, so I've got to do these colonies. I finished doing my colonies for the turn. I'll quickly take you through them. I'm not sure when I did it last, so you can get an idea of progress I'm making on these. Yeah, a lot to do still, but it'll get done. Okay, got a lot to go through now actually. Got 26 colonies. In fact, I colonized 27, including the one I destroyed down here. Still showing up there actually. Right, let's end the turn. Wonder if I go now. Okay. So no, I'll probably have to reload that. Reload the game to get rid of that. Right, let's move some ships. So, right, they're out of range still. Let's come up here. There's a planet there. Okay, it's a colony ship. Come to there. That one. Come over there. I might camp out some of my colony ships next to these radioactive or toxic worlds that exist. Not sure a toxic world does exist actually, but yeah, I think there's 2 or 3 planets that I might be able to colonize later on, and the rest of them can be upgraded to constructors. Okay, that's done. I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? There's a black hole there. That is a scout ship. I'm just going to put this on explore now. That colony ship. Don't know what it's doing. Right, this is my prototype survey ship. I gotta remember about that because I need to go to it in a bit. I think I'll pick up the space junk. How many turns on that? 3 turns. So the aim is basically research this, then go back to the artifact and hope I can pick up a free tech, which would be the large hulls tech. I've more of an idea now about where I'm going to be placing my military buildings, my Hyperion buildings. I'm probably going to be placing my Hyperion shrinker here. Doesn't matter so much where the Hyperion shrinker is placed, but other type of Hyperion buildings it does matter. For example, the logistics one here, it mentions it reduces the logistics cost of ships built on this planet or by this planet. So basically it is determined by where I focus my production to what shipyard, so that does have an impact. You lose production once it's over 6 tiles away from the shipyard you're focusing to. So if I wanted a planet that had this on it to be focusing its production somewhere, preferably I'd want it to be within 6 tiles. so that's why it matters. So the Hyperion Shrink is probably going to be there. This one is going to have a Hyperion building there as well. I think that's actually where I'm going to put the logistics one, but I'm not going to have this probably as a manufacturing or military ship producing planet. I'll just have it focusing its production back to the capital where the most production happens to be. All of my colonies are done for the turn. I've got a tiny bit of movement left, so this colony ship, I think I'll bring it back up to here and just camp out there until I'm able to colonize that planet. And I've got another constructor down here. Is that moved for the turn? No, it hasn't. So let's actually place that there, and I'll make a starbase here. So I think I get Illyrium next turn. First time I'm getting it. So that allows me to build the Illyrium defense shield, which I'm actually going to be doing on those military Hyperion planets to get the big bonus off it. So I've got another constructor here. So there's Durantium there. Yeah, I think I'll just go and grab that Durantium because I don't want anyone placing the starbase near it. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And I believe that's it for the turns. The next turn. Still making constructors. Maybe I should hold off on certain ships until I've got the Hyperion Shrinker in. I'm not sure. Freighters I can get out. The big sensor ships, maybe I should hold off. I do kind of need a sensor ship though, because there's a heck of a lot of fog to find still. Now I would do it very quickly if I had a good sensor ship, even one that doesn't have much cargo space on. Okay. Right, this colony ship is basically done. That one is basically done. What is this? This is looking for anomalies. Let's go and grab that space junk and remember about that artifact. There's actually a couple of Illyrium resources here, so I want to get a whatchamacallit, constructor over there very soon probably. Okay, colonies. Colonies are done for the turn, so I'm actually starting to get the Hyperion Shrinker up now, and then I've also got to make a ton of military buildings right next to it, but my cargo capacity will start to go up as soon as that's been made, so I'll be able to make more advanced ships. I've got a tiny bit of movement left at the end of this turn, so I think I can get all 3 of those resources by placing this by there, so that's where I'm going to place this constructor. I'm going to keep on making this constructor type probably until I got some extra cargo space. I actually get extra cargo space within a couple of turns, so I'll probably add a range module onto them and try and pick up, well, some antimatter from somewhere perhaps then. So this colony ship, how many have I got? 2 up here. I haven't actually looked all around that star, so I think I'll bring that back there. I actually found another Ascension crystal, and this one I've no idea what I'm doing with this, to be honest. I think I'll bring this back down there perhaps. Probably should upgrade it to a constructor somewhere really, but yeah, haven't figured out where I want to do that. Right, so let's end turn. Where's that going as well? I think that's actually stopped. Yeah, the automated feature wastes movement actually a lot of the time, because I would have been able to make that this turn, but it was on auto and it didn't actually stop and allow me to redo its turn then. So there's Durantium there, and yeah, I think I picked that up. There's Promethean there, which I'm going to want to pick up. Looks like other races have nicked those resources previously. Let's make that there, and miner in. Definitely going to be focusing on railguns in this, especially with this Precursor world, so getting a lot of Durantium is a very good idea. I'm actually picking up quite a few resources now all of a sudden, so I could be selling certain resources if I want to. Right, this is going to look for anomalies. What's that up there? There's actually an artifact there, so yeah, definitely want to pick that up very soon. Right, this can come down here. Ooh, what's that? This, yeah, it's not going to be able to pick that up. They've got a colony ship coming over here. It's not going to be able to colonize anything now. Right, so what is this? Space junk, let's pick that up. Extra credits, 1 turn, so I need to get back towards this artifact, probably. I might find something there as well. So hopefully I can get large hulls tech next turn. Colonies. One thing I'm just realizing is just how good these slave pits are. You can see if I actually highlight this one built on Snathi Prime, it's getting 11 levels of adjacency, and that's given bonuses to manufacturing, research and food. And they're huge bonuses actually at that level, so it's 55%. So the capital now has a population, well, total potential of 30 odd, which is crazy. And with the huge amount of raw production on here, this capital is going to be absolutely amazing. The death furnace, which is also giving extra raw production, that's actually a 90% boost added on to the 50% there. It's got a level of 9. That's actually level of 11, so maybe I should have replaced those, swapped them around, I'm not sure actually. The manufacturing capital 7. When I get that tile done though, I can get an extra bonus for that tile. Yeah, there's a few more tiles that can go up here. I'm actually gonna build a colonial hospital here, get the population up quicker, since I've got such a huge amount. I'll probably start to make some approval buildings near to the capital, give it a boost, and also the pragmatic preparedness center also is good to place next to approval buildings, so I'll probably place them both there. Not sure how much research I'm going to keep on this planet, if any, because it might just be all manufacturing at some point and just pumping out ships, but yeah, for the time being I'm still definitely researching. I've done all of the planets for the turn. I've actually got a constructor left. That's actually starting to yeah, I'm losing that influence battle there. It seems they might be building influence themselves there, which isn't great. So this constructor, there's Promethean there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's just out of range. That one could nab the Promethean and Durantium, and I could get another one to nab those 3 resources maybe? Not sure. Right, that's it for the turn now anyway. Okay, so constructor's up there now. Get that tech. Very important tech. Lord Snarky, it's time you admit the might of the Axis Empire. We demand 150 credits from your pathetic empire. I don't see any reason to give him money. I don't know if the minor races will declare war on you or not. So, yeah, I'll do that. Okay, right, that colony ship got there. I've completed the research for the turn. So I'm not quite sure. I'm either going to go for... Oh, I know what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for that in a bit. Quite like this building soon. It's not too bad, I guess. But I want to pick up artifacts as well in a second. So this scavenger ship. There's an artifact there, isn't there? So let's get over to there. That one. Right, can't pick that up yet. Got a few anomalies down there though. This one, artifacts. Right, let's select the right tech. So, large scale construction. We are firmly into the Age of War. Stardock have actually reduced the amount of techs you need to get into the future ages. This used to be 100 techs. The Age of Ascension is actually really easy to get into now. 64. So it'll be that long probably before we can enter it. Right, so artifact. And sadly I didn't get a free tech. I don't know what the percentage chance is, but that just completed a slave pit on Zepsur. I've got 10 movement. You know what? I want to find out if it's possible to acquire that, I believe. So I'm going to move that up here and we'll find out next turn. So let's switch that back. I'm going to switch this back to molecular fabrication. Now I could trade around that tech now to certain races, not the major because I don't want them having it, but some of the miners maybe. Can't actually trade to most of them still though, so I'll probably have to wait for that. This constructor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's place it there and hopefully there isn't a resource there. Okay. Mining. The recent high-capacity hulls technology gave me an extra 20% cargo space, so I'm now up to 130 on my cargo ships. So I've redesigned a improviser ship. So this one has a couple of constructor modules, 3 engines, and 2 environmental supports. I probably don't need 2 actually. One's going to be more than enough in most circumstances, but at this point I have a huge amount of potential production coming from Snathi Prime, so it doesn't matter if I waste a bit. I've got a ton left in the shipyard. I'm actually creating another shipyard because crude manufacturing I meant then rather than shipyard. But yeah, I'm creating another shipyard because I have so much here, so I need more than one now. I'm gonna be alternating between shipyards with Snathi Prime, I believe, so I can basically get more ships out that way in theory. I've got a tiny bit of movement left, so that colony ship can stay up there, and this constructor can come over here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just out of range of that actually. It's a bit of a pain, and I've got one going over there. Maybe I should put that there then instead. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that one there. I'll have to get another one to pick up that Promethean, I guess. Right, next turn. Molecular fabrication. Couple of turns away, hopefully 1 turn away, you never know, because I should have a bit of carryover from the last technology. Right, so this shipyard is done. I'm gonna not assign anything to it quite yet. That colony ship, just looking around here, guess I best to fog with it. I might actually upgrade it to grab the antimatter. That's a really good idea, in fact. So I'll bring it over to there. There's an artifact over here, so that's where I'm going with this one. That's what's up here. Ship graveyards. This doesn't have any weapons on it though. There's actually another artifact there. I think I've got a great chance of picking up that whole technology pretty soon. There's 3 different artifacts that I can pick up very soon. Well, actually, I've already picked up one, have I, with this? So I'm going to put that there, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and pick up this turn. If it's completely and utterly overpowered, well, I'm going to save the game and reload it if it is completely and utterly overpowered. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Right, so just made a shipyard here. How much have I got in there? An absolute ton still. Probably make another one this turn. I've got all my colonies to do now. Colonies are done for the turn, so I'll quickly take you through them. I'm not sure when I did it last. So lots of slave pits going up, quite a bit of terraforming, even the odd ideology building going up here and there, and some happiness stuff has gone up. But mainly it's just basic infrastructure. A lot of these still have a long way to go, especially the newly colonized planets, which have barely started. A lot of them have. Right, so that's colonies. This shipyard which I made last turn, I think it was last turn, I've actually started to move it up here rather than have Snathi move its production there. I think it's on social currently, is it? Yeah, looks it. Not sure if that's a good idea or not, but I think I'll leave it. So I've got this new constructor made here, and there's actually some antimatter, a resource, and thulium down there. So pretty good site, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that should get all 3. So let's move that to there. And yeah, let's get this precursor anomaly out of the way now. So this anomaly is being defended. Should we engage them in battle? Yes, we should. And I wasn't really expecting that many, actually. I think I'm going to lose this. I don't think I've got enough to take them on. So yeah, I either need more than one of these together, or I need a better prototype ship by the looks of it. I'm assuming I'm losing. I got a lot more hit points. Okay, sounds actually working. Hopefully it's not too loud. Shields down, and yeah. So they're not going to be easy to actually acquire then, it would seem. I'm definitely going to need more firepower. Individually they're pretty crappy, but they got a lot of them. Right, so I don't think I'm going to make a replacement one this turn. I'll do it next turn because I can't be asked redesigning one. Designer wise, I actually need to redesign them anyway because my cargo space has gone up since the last time I made them. Yeah. Right, next turn. I should concentrate on artifacts for a while with those. I've got a lot of Durantium now, so I could actually make quite a few of those and then maybe upgrade them later on. That's probably what I should do. I'll come back to that later. This cargo, right, that's reached there. Can I can grab that actually with those 3. I'm just in case of should I? Because I probably want 4 star bases around there eventually. And if I stick that by there, it's going to be very hard to fit in. So I don't think I will grab that. I'll just keep this by there. You can have 4 econ star bases per planet. Pretty sure that's the most you can have. Miner in. I can go up there. Research, right. I completed that molecular fabrication this turn. So I'm definitely going to be wanting to put some of these on some of my plants, perhaps not all. It's quite useful if you have like factories near to food, for example. That would work out quite well, probably. So what the hell tech am I going for next? I want artifact to pick that up. I think I definitely want more of that. I'm even tempted to pick that up, or slave recycler is pretty good as well. Very good actually, with the extra food and the... Yeah, maybe I should go for that now or for that now. I think let's pick that up now, because I might want to trade that as well. I'll probably pick that up. I can probably get a lot of weapon techs off the AI, so that's not so important. I've already got enough arguably to make half decent ships. Okay. Just really waiting now on getting my cargo space up in the hulls tech, so I should definitely actually try to pick up, well, get more ships capable of finding anomalies. Right, so this is an artifact, so let's try this now. There we go. Large scale construction discovered. So it's such a useful trick knowing that. You can get through the technology tree so quickly if you get free text like that. So after that, carriers might be a good idea. Only 5 turns to research. Large scale construction itself actually, I believe Stardock increased the cost significantly. So it's especially a good idea to try and get an artifact for that. This one, ship graveyard artifact. Arguably you should try and go for the most expensive tech. So these, well, that's 9 turns, that's 5 turns. I could go for that instead of carriers. It might be a good idea actually. What's that, 7 turns? What's beyond it? Yeah, I think I'll do that for the next artifact. Solar plant with that one. Right, so let's switch this back then. Should I go for carriers straight away rather than terraformer tech? I think I will. I'll try and pick that up. Okay. This is going to do some exploration and then upgrade. It looks like there's only one antimatter over here. Looks like a Yor picked up that really good site there, sadly. Stay there. Colonies.